20 tíos y 3 tías.
And now they cook or not? ሰላም ጤና ይስጥልኝ የዓለም ማድ ፕሮግራም ተመልካቾቻችን ስሜ ሚሉ ይባላል ዛሬ በተለየ ፕሮግራም ነው የምንገኘው ዛሬ አጠገብ የሚገኙት ከስፔን የመጡ ሰዎች ሲሆኑ ለምን እንደመጡ እንዴት እንደመጡ ምን እንደምንሰራ ደግሞ አብረን እንከታተላለን ስለዚህ መጀመሪያ ስሙን ልጠይቅና እንቀጥላለን ማለት ነው First of all hi welcome
Hello
Thank you so much for being here with us
You're welcome Pleasure
So what's your name
My name is Ignacio but in Spain every Ignacio is called also Nacho
So I can call you Nacho
You can call me Nacho
Perfect Okay So first let me ask you, what does your shirt say? Because I know it's part of the program that you guys came here with.
Okay, this shirt is saying España Rumbo al Sur, which is España, our country, aiming south, going south. And this is an educational program which has been living for 14 years. This is going to be the 14th year, and next year going to be the 15th.
Okay, nice. That's you guys have been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're in Addis, but you guys have also been traveling around Ethiopia, I believe.
Yes.
And you guys have seen that, and now you're in Addis.
Yes.
Okay, so since it is a food cooking program, let's start with the food, and then as we go along, maybe you can tell me some about your journey and why you guys are here.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so መጀመሪያ ጌት እንደመጡ የሚነግሩኛል ቀስ ይያሉ ግን የምግብ ፕሮግራም በመሆኑ ደረጃ ምን እንደምንሰራ እስቲ መጀመሪያ አብረን እንይ. So what are we cooking today?
Well, today we're cooking a traditional breakfast.
Okay.
It is done with bread that was not eaten from yesterday.
Okay.
So today we have bread from the region.
Okay.
It is also some chorizo. Chorizo is a kind of salami, but it's not the same.
It's a different salami.
It's a different
salami. It's like a sausage.
It's like a sausage which has fat, pork, and also spices.
Okay.
Okay. And then we also add some vegetables. Like onions, like tomatoes, like I would say mainly the vegetable that we add is pepper, and we also we put it in a pan. We fry it with olive oil from Spain, which is really good.
Okay.
And when it's finished, we add some eggs.
Okay.
And it's a really simple but really good breakfast.
Awesome, I'm excited. So let's just, as we're cooking it, then I'll describe to my viewers in Amharic also how the process goes.
Okay, let's
All
go.
right, so what do we do first?
Okay,
and how can I help?
First of all, I would start with cutting some onions.
Okay, let me pass you the onions.
Okay.
So አሁን የምንሰራው የቁርስ ዲሽ ነው ቅድም እንዳለኝ እንቁላል ያስፈልጋል ዳቦ ያስፈልጋል ከዛ ኋላ ደግሞ እዚህ ጋር የምታዩት እንደ ሰላሚ ነገር ነው ግን የራሱ ስም አለው እዛው ስፔን ውስጥ እሱንም ቀስ እያለ ይነግረኛል የተሰራው ከአሳማ ስጋ ፋትና የተለያዩ ነገሮች ናቸው ስለዚህ ቁርስ ዲሽ እንደሆነ እንደምንሰራው ቀለል ያለ ነው የሚሆነው ግን ደግሞ በዛው ልክም በጣም ጣፋጭ ነው ስላለኝ እያየን ደግሞ እሱን እንላለን ማለት ነው ስለዚህ መጀመሪያ የምንጀምረው በሽንኩርት ነው ብሎኛል ሽንኩርት እየከተፍን ደግሞ ትንሽ እናወራ
Okay. So Maya. Vale. Vamos a poner un guante. Sí.
So as we're cutting the onions, you said it's part of a program that's been happening for 14 years, correct?
Yes. 14.
So from what I've understood, because I've kind of been talking to people, from what I understand, it is a program for kids that have just left high school and are going to college. So it's sort of like an intermission program, right?
The main part of the project is an educational aiming. Okay. What we think is that before they can choose in their lives what they're going to do, it'll be ideal to have a view, an introduction of another way of living, also so that they can see another reality that we don't live, and so they can thank to their parents, their teachers, and see what is really next to us, and we don't really see it.
Yeah, a little more appreciative.
Yeah.
Okay. So አሁን ፕሮግራማቸው ምንድነው ከሃይ ስኩል ወጥቶ ወደ ኮሌጅ ለሚገባ ተማሪ ነው ማለት ነው እና እዛ ፕሮግራም ላይ ዋና ማሳየት የፈለጉት ምንድነው ልክ እዛ ከመግባታቸው በፊትና የሚመርጡትን ስራ ከመምረጣቸው በፊት ምን አይነት ህይወት እንዳለ የተለያዩ ቦታዎች ላይ ምን አይነት አማራጮች እንዳላቸው በዛው ልክም ደግሞ እንዳናኖራቸው ሌላ ነገሮችን ምስጋና እንዲሰጡ የሚያስተምር ፕሮግራም ነው ማለት ነው So my first question would be, I know you're here in Ethiopia. Do you guys usually make your trip to Ethiopia, or is it a range of places?
This is our first time in Ethiopia.
Okay. So where do you guys usually go?
We try to change every year, but we've been we started like going south from Madrid, driving and going through the north of Africa, and then the I don't know how to say it. Yeah, we started changing from country to country, and we ended up here. We stayed a few years in Morocco, but we've been in Uganda, we've been in Senegal, we've been in Mali, Mozambique, and so many countries. I think in the 3 last years. So, but we've been in many countries, and we hope that this can continue through the time.
Okay. How many students do you have here?
Well, right now, I would say we are around 140. But it's been some years we had 100, some years 120, but
it varies.
Yeah.
Okay. ስለዚህ አሁን እዚህ የመጡት ከ140 ተማሪ ጋር ሲሆን እነሱ 140 ተማሪዎች ደግሞ እንዳልኳችሁ ህይወትን ያዩ እዚህ ደግሞ ባሉት ጊዜ ብዙ ነገር ተምረው እንዲሄዱ ነው አላማው። ብዙ ነገር ስላችሁ ከአግሪካልቸር ወይ ግብርና ኢኮኖሚክስም ቢሆን የተለያዩ ነገሮችን አንድ ላይ እንዲማሩ ነው። አንድ እሱ ነው። ሲቀጥል ደግሞ የሚመጡት አፍሪካ ነው። ቅድም ዲስክራይብ ያላረኩላችሁ ትሻው ጋር ያለው ነው። ስፔን ወደ ደቡብ ነው የሚለው። ስለዚህ ወደ አፍሪካ እየመጡ አፍሪካ የተለያዩ ሀገሮችን ያዩ የተለያዩ ነገሮችን ለነዚህ ተማሪዎች ለማስረዳትና ለማሳየት ነው ማለት ነው። አሁን መጀመሪያ ምግቡ እንደምንሰራው ወደ ምግቡ ጋር ትንሽ እንመለስና ሽንኩርቱን እየከታተፍን ነው. So we start with the onions?
Yes.
So do we dice the onions really small or
as small as
what's
you
your
can?
style? Okay.
Yeah, but it's not really important that because with the olive oil they're going to get small. So
okay, when we fry them.
It's not mandatory to have a big
small onions.
Or as small.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I guess my other question would be, so you teach them a varied amount of lessons, essentially, and life lessons, right?
Yes.
And I've noticed now you guys are staying here in the missionary. You guys are trying to survive on essentially basic needs.
Basic needs.
Was that a choice?
Well, I think it's a choice.
Yeah?
Yes. So they can realize what they have and why they don't have.
Okay.
So it's
a life lesson.
It's a life lesson. It is.
Are they happy about this life lesson?
I would say they realize what it is, and as soon as they see that it's not as hard as it could be to sleep in the floor, then when you get to your bed in a few days, it'll be
like
a big impact.
Yeah. Okay. So there's some things I had heard kind of around the way.
Okay.
Kids don't have phones while they're here.
No.
They don't have watches, so they can't really tell time, or they can.
I don't really know if they have watches.
Okay, but they don't have phone. They don't have any communication to whatever they're not doing at the present time.
Yeah, and I think it's a big point.
It is. It's an amazing thing to live in the present. I think is a very core idea of life that we've kind of just has dwindled down.
So we try not to help them to communicate with their parents, but if it's needed, okay, we have phones, we have communication. So if it's something important, okay, it's your mother's birthday. Yeah, call her.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But apart from that,
it's banned.
So as we're making the food,
okay,
and we'll
perfect.
Continue. Yeah.
So first of all, I'm gonna turn this on.
ስለዚህ አሁን እሱ ትንሽ እስከሚያበራው ድረስ ልንገራችሁና በዋነኝነት ምንድነው የሚያደርጉት? ቅድም እንዳልኳችሁ ስልክ የላቸውም። ከዛም አልፎ አሁን እዚህ ሲኖሩ መሬት ላይ ነው የሚያድሩት። እና ዋናው ምንድነው አገራቸው ሲመለሱና አልጋቸው ላይ ሲመለሱ ከዛም በላይ ደግሞ ምስጋና እንዲኖራቸው ነው የሚደረገው ማለት ነው። ቅድም እንዳልኳችሁ ልክ 12ኛ ወጥተው ወደ ኮሌጅ ሲገቡ በጣም ዋነኛ የሆነ ሰዓት ላይ ስለሆነ ምን እንዳላቸው ምን እንደሌላቸው ህይወት እንዴት ሊሆን እንደሚችል የነሱ ህይወት በአንጻራዊነት እንዲያዩትም የሚፈቅድ ፕሮግራም ነው ማለት ነው። በዋነኝነት እሱን ለሳያቸው የሚፈልግ ፕሮግራም ነው። So you put the olive oil in?
Yes.
I heard a little story about the olive oil. The olive oil actually comes from somebody that's here, right? Or somebody's father's farm.
Yes, this olive oil is made by some of our staff. The family has some fields with olives, and they do the whole process. So it's a really good quality one, and I think Jesus can explain us
We're gonna have to trap Jesus later.
Yeah, we have to trap because he was a little bit nervous. He didn't want it to explain, but I think he will make it really, really good.
I think we will. I'm gonna look at Jesus from the side of my eye. እሺ አሁን ስለዚህ እንዳይታያችሁት ዘይቱን አስገብቷል። ስለዚህ ትንሽ ያወራ ነው ለምንድን ነው እዚህ ያለው አንድ አብራች ያለው ሄሱስ የሚባለው የአባቱ እርሻ ላይ የነበሩትን ኦሊቮች ነው ተጨምቆ ኦሊቭ ኦይል ተሰርቶ እዚህ ድረስ የመጣው ማለት ነው። ከሰማው በጣም አንደኛው ኦሊቭ ኦይል እንደሆነ ስለሆነ ስሞክረው ደግሞ በደንብ ልነግራችሁ እችላለሁ ማለት ነው. So now we're putting the onions in.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the first process.
That's the first process.
Okay. And then we wait until...
We wait a few minutes so we can see that the onion, it's a little bit done. And let's wait.
Okay.
Okay.
So we wait until it just cooks a little bit?
Yeah, like 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
And then we see it done.
Okay.
It will get some the color will change.
Okay. So that's what we're waiting for. እዚያ ሽንኩርቱ ኦሊቭ ኦይል ውስጥ ገብቷል። አሁን ምንድነው እናደርገው? አንድ 3 ደቂቃ እንጠብቀውና ቀለሙን እስከሚቀየር ከዛ ደግሞ እየቀጠልን እንሰራለን ማለት ነው. So I mean I know we have you cooking food here.
Okay.
But what do you do by profession? Are you a cook by profession?
Well, I am not. Okay. I've been cooking in some between when I was a student in summers. Okay. But what I really do, I work in an asset management company. Okay. And I'm not actually working in Spain. I am working in Luxembourg, but I would like to return as my country is Spain.
Yeah.
But I wanted some time outside. Okay. But I really want to come back, so let's see in a few years.
Okay, so you work in management and we have you cooking. It's like
yes.
a far away apart.
Yeah, I think it's really nice to have a profession while you dedicate your time to another thing.
Of course, multi-talented, that's
true.
No,
and if something goes wrong, let's cook.
You can just go back to cooking, there we go. That's amazing. So, ምግብ አብሳይ አይደለም በስራው ማኔጅመንት ቢሮ ውስጥ ነው የሚሰራው ላክሰምበርግ ውስጥ እና ምንድነው ስፔን ሀገሩ ነው ስፔን መመለስ ፈልጋለሁ ነው የሚለኝ. So, I don't know. So, I guess another thing I would ask you is what has been, so we proceed to the salami? Okay, good.
Okay, let's go for it. So now, it'll be good to cut some slices and then to put it in some small or tiny pieces.
Okay.
And we add it to the pan.
To the pan. Yeah. So what is it called again?
What is it called again?
Yes.
Chorizo.
The meat. Chorizo.
Chorizo. This is from Pamplona, which is in the north of Spain, a really traditional area, and it's really good. You will see it.
Okay. ስለዚህ አሁን የሚሰራልን ስጋ ቶሪቶ ነው የሚባለው ከኖርዘርን ስፔን ነው የሚመጣው እና በጣም ቆንጆ ነው የሚለኝ ያለው ከዛ በዋነኝነት የሚመጣ ስለሆነ መጀመሪያ ምንድነው የምናደርገው በቀጫጭኑ ተከታትፉትና ከዛ ኋላ የሚበስለው ሽንኩርት ውስጥ እንከቷለን ማለት ነው.
¿Me bajáis el fuego, por favor? Sí.
So is there anything I can help you guys with in the meanwhile?
Yes.
Yeah? You said yes, there you go.
Please.
Okay. So I cut it really in small pieces,
as small
correct?
as you want.
Okay.
As you can. Be careful with your fingers.
Okay.
So now I can ask you things.
Yes, you can. Okay. The tables have turned.
Can you tell me some things about Ethiopia?
Sure.
Sure.
So the interview has changed. That's a very vague question. What would you like to know about Ethiopia?
I don't know. Up to you.
So አሁን ኢንተርቪውን ቀይረናል ማለት ነው. እኔ ወደ ምግብ ማብሰል ገብቼ ትንሽ ደግሞ ስለ ሀገሬ ጠየቁኝ ነው ማለት ነው. So I don't know. I think the one thing I can tell you about Ethiopia that I think is very cool is we're a very community-oriented society, which means that it's a very communal living in which, I don't know, I feel like your neighbors, your friends, the next door person that owns a store is all kind of part of a little family, which means if you have a wedding, for example, let's say, everybody would not just be there to celebrate with you, but also there to help you.
Okay.
So same thing at a funeral. You'd have a whole group of people from around your area coming to help you. And there's a very big sense of community because that's how sort of we were raised, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So that's one thing that's beautiful about Ethiopia.
Okay, I think
There we
with
go.
this will be enough.
Sí.
Yes. Vamos a ponerlo alto. Sí. ¿Eh?
So you told me a little bit about the meat.
Yeah.
You said it had fat.
Yeah, like 20% fat.
Okay.
Around it has a little bit of wine.
Wine.
Wine, yes.
Okay.
White wine,
Okay.
and also meat and species.
What kind of meat? Pork.
Pork, mainly pork. Yeah.
Okay. ስለዚህ ይሄ ስጋ ማለት ከትንሽ ነጭ ዋይን 20% ፋት ከዛ ሌላ ደግሞ በዋነኝነት በአሳማ ስጋ የተሰራ ነው። ስለዚህ አሁን በትናንሹ ከትፈን ቅድም ሲበስል ከነበረው ሽንኩርት ጋር ቀላቅለናል ማለት ነው።
And now let's wait for it to get fried.
Okay. How long would you normally wait for it?
How long? Depending on the power of the fire, but I would say 5 minutes.
So how do you tell?
How do I tell? Because it gets brown like bacon when it's done. So it gets a little bit, a little bit thick. Okay. Also the fat from the chorizo will get out from it, so you will see it red.
Okay.
And the species will get mixed with the olive oil, which is a really good mix. Okay. You can eat it with some. We just start in bread and then fry it with it, but you can just put some bread in it and then eat it and it's amazing.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah, it is. You can try it right now.
Just that alone?
Yeah, it is already done, but
sure.
we cook it. It is really nice.
ስለዚህ መጀመሪያ ላይ ቀምሰኝ ነው I think ስጋውን ብቻ.
This one is not spicy. We have a spicy one.
That's a different one.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah, it is.
It's very good. I like
and
it.
if you wait it to cure, as long as if you wait a little bit more, it'll be better. This one, it is not the one that you will take that you will eat in a good dinner, because as we are a lot of people, we need to bring food that wants in an economical way. It has to be there has to be a feasibility of the project. So we try to get a good quality but also good price. And this one is good quality and good price. Yeah, it's balanced.
Okay. So we also talked a little bit about this is a breakfast food normally.
This is a traditional food which was made with the bread that was not eaten yesterday. So it's like we're trying
leftovers.
Leftovers, which has you have food but you have to improvise something. So in Spain we have vegetable, we have chorizo, we have also which is also we put it in migas. This is the name of the dish. You put some garlic, which we couldn't get.
It's okay.
But it's going to be
amazing. It works without it still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So አሁን ይሄ ኖርማሊ የሚበላው ቁርስ ሰዓት ላይ ነው። ከዛም በላይ ደግሞ ኖርማሊ ሲሰራ ለምንድን ነው ምግብ ቤት ውስጥ ከሌለ ወይ ከትራንትና ከተረፈው ምግብ ላይ ነው ብዙ ጊዜ የሚሰራው ሌፍት ኦቨር በሚባለው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ቤት ውስጥ ትንሽ ነገር እንኳን ከሆነ ያለው ምንም አይጠይቅም። ሽንኩርት ትንሽ ሽንኩርትና ይሄን ስጋ ስለሆነ የሚጨመረው ትንሽ ራብ ሲላችሁ ከትራንትና ከተረፈ ነገር ሰብሰብ ተደርጎ የሚሰራ ምግብ ነው ማለት ነው. So it's from leftovers. That's kind of what I was telling them. Okay. So is that ready now, or are we waiting a little bit more?
We're waiting, but we can start adding some tomato.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll add some bread.
Okay.
We'll cut it a little bit, make it in little pieces, and then we add it. Okay. And when we mix all the olive oil with the bread, it'll be done, and it'll be ready. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So we can proceed with the tomatoes then.
Okay.
And also just kind of a little bit talk about your journey. So I guess my question would be for all of you guys, what has been your perception of being here?
Can you help me?
Perception of being
here.
Here.
Yes.
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, we've been this contrast. That is the word I would choose, because you are here like in a place like this where there's a certain level of comfort, or Addis Ababa, which is a very advanced city in some regards. You travel north and you see practices for farming, for example, coming from hundreds of years, and then you go to another city to the advance. So there's a lot of contrast in the country. That's one of the perceptions I have.
Nice. Where else have you guys been apart from Addis?
In Addis, Mukaturi, Alem, then we cross the Lake Tana and goes to Samais, Gorgora, Gondar, Kosoye, and then La Libela, Dessert, Double Sect, Dry, and now we are here back.
Oh, interesting. You've had a nice little long run.
Yeah.
Nice. So especially for the students, how would you say the journey has been? Because I kind of overheard that some of the kids got sick and you got sick. There you go. So I guess I should be asking you, how was it for you?
Well, the food is really nice, but like fresh food, like lettuce, tomatoes, and like as we don't eat like African food, so our stomach is like really like we have diarrhea and we need to like have some pills, drugs. But I prefer eating African food and being sick.
What is African food?
Like injera, we
Okay.
tasted injera, really nice food.
Okay.
And then lentils, like some like a salad made like with like a type of onion, but really nice.
Okay, so you've been enjoying the food, it just hasn't been sitting well with you.
Yeah.
Okay, and what would you say were some of the hardships in just in regards to the kind of areas that you guys were, maybe your living conditions or your staying conditions rather in that time?
Well, it was all perfectly fine. Just the only hard times were the ones in the buses because we had to go through a lot of long hours in the buses. But then when you look out the window, you can see all those beautiful the fields and the landscapes, and you feel yourself out like you actually live in the experience of one of the best experiences of your life. But then also some hard times are the ones of the malaria problems that we have in Spain that we're not used to it. But it's all just perfect and it keeps going straight up fine.
Nice. I'm very happy to hear that. ስለዚህ አሁን ትንሽ እነሱም በሄዱት ረዥም መንገድ ሄደዋል እንደሰማችሁት ትንሽ ታመው ነበረ እንዳሉት ብዙ አይነት ምግብ ሞክሯል ግን ቢወዱትም ሆዳቸው ስላለመደ ትንሽ ታመዋል እንዳልኳችሁ ቀደም ደግሞ ከምንም በላይ ይሄ ፕሮግራም የህይወትን ውጣውረድም ለማስተማር ስለሆነ ብዙ ነገር አልፎ ነው እዚህ ደረሱት ስተኙ ቀደም እንዳልኳችሁ መሬት ላይ ነው የሚተኙትና ብዙ ነገር ተምረውበታል ግን ከምንም በላይ እሱም የሚለኝ አሁን ሄደው መኪና ላይ ከዛላ ደግሞ ላንድስኬፑን ወይ እንትኑን ሲያዩት ቦታዎቹን ሲያዩት መንገድ ላይ ሆኖ በጣም ነው የሚያምረውና ይሰማቸዋል ስለዚህ እሱም በጣም ደስ የሚል ነገር ነው ማለት ነው ትንሽ ደግሞ አሁን ወደ ምግቡ ስንመለስ I see that in the meanwhile of my conversation you've diced some tomatoes
Yes.
and some pepper
Some pepper, yeah.
Okay.
We don't really use a lot of pepper in Spain.
Okay.
But as we are in Ethiopia,
When in Rome.
let's improvise, yeah.
Okay. So would you say Spanish food is normally spicy or sweet? How would you characterize
spicy
it?
at all.
Not spicy at all?
No.
Okay.
We are not used to spicy food.
So how has Ethiopia been?
I really like spicy food, so
Okay.
I think it's different, but
Yeah.
it's really good. I really like injera, which they told me, okay, it's hard. It is not hard. It is hard if you don't like spicy food.
Yeah.
But if you like it, and it's really easy to get used to it.
Yeah. So you guys all like spicy food too? She said no. No. Of course. It's also something that makes it hard for your body to get used to, I can imagine.
We've been using some spicy food, and they complain.
I can imagine.
They complain. We try to use as we're in Ethiopia, let's use spices and pepper and.
Hasn't been working out that way.
So some of them they say it's amazing.
Yeah.
And some of them wait.
It's just a little too much.
Slow down.
Let's take it slowly.
Yeah.
ናይስ ስለዚህ አሁን ከሚሰሩልን ምግብ ላይ አሁን ቅድም የጠየቁት ምንድነው ስፓኒሽ ምግብ ኖርማሊ ያቃጥላል ወይ ነው እኛ የሚያቃጥል ነገር እንወዳለን ብዙ ጊዜ ጠንከር ያለው ጣም ያለ ነገር እንወዳለንና ለዛ ነበረ ብዙ ጊዜ እነሱ ምግብ እንደዛ አይደለምና አንዳንዱ ለዚያም እዚህ ከመጡ በኋላ አሁን እንደምታዩት ቃሪያ ብዙ ጊዜ ይጠቀሙ ቃሪያ አሁን ለዚህ እየተጠቀመ ነውና ትንሽ ከበድ ብሏቸዋል ራሱ ግን ምግብም እንደምንም ነገር የሚለመድና ቀስ ይያልን የምናየው እንትን ነው ስለዚህ ቀስ ይያሉ ያዩት እየለመዱት ይጣፈጣቸው ይሄዳል ማለት ነው ምግቡ እየበሰለ ነው ቲማቲሙም ገብቷል አሁን ቆራርጦት ግን ደግሞ ቲማቲሙ ትንሽ እስከሚበስል ደግሞ ትንሽ ላናግራቸው ብዬ ነው አጠገቢያ አሁን ሁለት መንታዎች አሉ ቅድም አንዱን እያዋራው ለዚያም ዞር ስል ትንሽ ደንገጥ ብያለሁ አላሽም but I was just trying to tell them I was talking to you and then I kind of turned and you came and I wasn't kind of sure you guys are identical twins right okay so what's your names first Vincent Paul nice to meet you guys so my question in general is this is your first time in this program correct So how has this program been? What have you guys learned? Not just you guys, but how also for your peers. Like, what do you think has been the biggest takeaway so far in your journey here, and also just some of the more shocking things that I think you guys didn't necessarily expect, situations you didn't expect to be put in, and also what do you feel like you will take going forward from this into the rest of your lives and college and your career paths?
It's like life-changing because you're able to see like the problems in Africa like in first sight, and you're able to see like the poverty that there is like 90% like of all Africa. We're able to see it, like we are able to see it just in front of our eyes, and it makes us see that everyone needs help, and thanks to this program we're able to see this and help them, and for college it helps us, and maybe it will make us able to continue doing projects like this, and yeah, it will be stuff.
Anything you'd like to add?
Well, the lack of comfort and lack of food, not being able to sleep long 8-9 hours of sleep it's hard, because the first day is okay, you don't sleep, but then when it's the 16th day and you sleep 4 hours, it's really hard. And then in the morning you wake up, you need to do sport, and it's really tough. And the lack of comfort, not being able to shower every day, lack of toilets. Well, we have toilets, but like a real toilet that we're used to being in, that we have in our homes, like they don't, like they touch us not very morally, but they make us see what the importance of life is.
Interesting. Okay. I see they've done a lot of food without me, so let me go back and then I'll come back to more of the interview. So you guys did a lot without me.
Okay.
You know, this is supposed to be like a group thing, but it's okay. I forgive you.
Okay. Sorry for that.
I'm joking. So there were onions and peppers, if I wasn't mistaken, that went into the pot.
Onions, tomatoes, and then peppers.
And then the peppers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you put a little bit of bread too.
Yes.
Okay.
And when the bread has, all the bread has the same color, we mix it, and then we have like some like this color, and it'll be done.
Okay.
We can wait a little bit more. We can put the power of the heat at the top level.
To change the color more.
Yeah, it will. So, podemos poner el fuego a tope.
መሀል ላይ ምግቡም እየተሰራ ነው ማለት ነው። ቲማቲም ቅድም ካልኳችሁ በኋላ ተጨምሯል፣ ቃሪያው ተጨምሯል፣ ዳቦ ደግሞ ትንሽ ተጨምሯል ማለት ነው። አሁን የሚታያችሁ ከሆነ ቀለሙ የዳቦ ቀስ እያለ እየተቀየረ ነው። ስለዚህ ይሄን ቀለም እንዲያመጣ ነው የፈለግነው። አሁንም ትንሽ ሞቅ እናደርገውና ሙቀቱን እንጨምርና ደግሞ ሞር ቀለሙ በተቀየረ ቁጥር ሲደርስም በዛው እናያለን ማለት ነው።
You want to try?
It's done already?
No, you can move it.
Oh, to move it,
Yeah,
sure.
of course.
Let's see how it changes.
Okay. So we actually have something sort of similar.
Yes.
We call it dabo furfur, but apart from the meat. That looks like it.
Are you gonna do it today?
Some other time.
Some other time.
This is me getting out of it, as you can see. ትንሽ በመልኩ በሚታያችሁ ከሆነ የዳቦ ፍርፍር መልክ አለው። እሱ ነው ስላቸውም የነበረው ማለት ነው። So we wait for all of the breads to change color,
bit,
right?
a few minutes more, and then it'll be done, and we'll try it.
Okay. So it's the fat also that changed the color?
It's the fat. It's already the fat.
From the meat.
Yeah, and we don't put any salt, because as the chorizo, which I repeat, it's from Pamplona.
Okay.
It has celery salt, so it's not needed.
Okay. ስለዚህ ምንድነው ቶሪቶ ወይ ስጋው ኦሬዲ ጨው ስላለው ጨው አንከትበትም ማለት ነው ምግቡ ላይ። እንደምታዩት አሁን ቀለሙ እየተቀየረ ነውና ሙሉ ዳቦ ቀለሙ ሲቀየር በፍራቱ ምክንያት ቀለሙ ሲቀየር እሱን አይተን ደግሞ ልክ ያለቀ ነው እንቀምሳለን ማለት ነው።
Okay, I think now it'll be done, so
okay.
Can we put that off? Bien. Sí, pero lo voy a poner, tenemos un platito. Now to end this, it's really good to put 2 eggs in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, but I need a plate.
Okay.
Pero no, dame un plato bonito.
So do we just sunny side up them or?
No, let's fry it,
Okay.
separate it, and then we add it.
Okay. ስለዚህ አሁን እዚህ ላይ እንቁላል ሲጨመር በጣም ቆንጆ ነው ብሎኛል። ስለዚህ 2 እንቁላል እንወስድና ተጠብሶ እንጨምርበታለን ማለት ነው። ይሄኛውን አንስተን ደግሞ አሁን ወደ እንቁላላችን እንሄዳለን ማለት ነው።
Okay. Bueno, desde aquí no se.
So let's say you guys are home. Would this be traditionally what you guys use as apparatuses, or is it just out of convenience and what's here?
I would say that this is done by grandmothers, so they use what they have.
Okay.
So if you have like we had onions, tomatoes, you use it. But if you have other things, you can add it.
Whatever works in that.
It's up to what you have.
Okay. Okay.
Vale.
So Zina, this is done, right?
¿Me puedes echar en otro sitio? Sí. Sí, apágamela, apágamela. En un plato. So now you can try it without eggs.
Okay. First I try it without eggs and then with eggs.
Let's see
Okay.
if you like it.
Yeah, I could tell. I'm scared. Let it get cold. And in the meanwhile, I also wanted to ask you, like, especially in regards to like utensils, do you have traditional ways of cooking, or is it just like this is pretty much what you would do if you're at the house?
The main traditional thing that we have in Spain is the olive oil.
Okay.
So I would say we have right now here 2 products which they define us, which is the chorizo, but also the olive oil. And I would say also with the jam, the cured one, the Spanish one,
Okay.
We can have a really big view of what we eat and and our culture, because the Spanish culture is defined by how we eat. The Mediterranean food is mainly based on olive oil.
Okay. So, olive oil ዋነኛ የምግባቸው ዋና እንትን ነው ማለት ነው። ዋና ኮምፖነንት ነው፣ ዋና የሚጨምሩት ነገር ነው። እና እሱ የሚለምደው ስፔን ውስጥ በዋነኝነት በምግባቸውም ነው ባህላቸውንም ዲፋይን የሚያደርጉት ሜዲትሬኒያን በሆነ ምግባቸው ማለት ነው። So when you say that sort of the food sort of like is a big part of your culture, like if you were to describe your food, how would you describe it?
I would describe with good food and also crowded.
Crowded?
Yeah.
Define crowded.
If I define crowded. In Spain, as we're a traditional country, we are based on big families. And big families eat together. So when you eat together, you're crowded and we eat good food. So it's a really good plan.
Nice. Yeah. አሁን እንደሚለኝ ምግብ በዋነኝነት ካልቸራቸውን ያሳያል ብያለሁ። ስለዚህ በሱ ምንድነው 2 ነገሮች ናቸው ማለት ነው። አንድ የምግቡ በጣፈጥ፣ 2 ደግሞ ክራውድድ ነው ብሎኛል። ክራውድድ ነው ሲለኝ ምን ማለት ፈልጎ ነው? ስፔን ውስጥ ቤተሰቦቻቸው ትልቅ ናቸው። አይ ቲንክ ከኛ ጋር እሱም ብዙ የሚያመሳስል ነገር አለው። ስለዚህ በባህላቸውም ሲበሉ ከቤተሰባቸው ጋር ነው ሆነው የሚበሉት እኛ እንደምንበላው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ በዛው መንገድ በጥሩ እንደሆነ ምግቡ ብዙ ሆነ ሰብሰብ ብለው ነው የሚበሉት ማለት ነው። እኛም በተለምዶ እንደምናረጋው ከቤተሰቦቻችን ጋር ማለት ነው። So I do have a question. We have a tradition here in Ethiopia that we call gursha. And it's like because we're also a little crowded. Okay. We have big families and we eat together. But also as we eat together, so what gursha is a tradition of feeding other people. Okay. So let's say you're eating injera, we have a tradition of feeding somebody else. And it's actually, so there's one that's, she said like, I'll show you a gursha. So do you guys have something like that?
We do, at least in my family. At Christmas, what we do is we have a big dinner with everyone from our family. But if we have someone else who needs a family, it's also invited.
Also invited and
yes,
included.
So it's kind of, but we also have a lot of parties in Spain. Yeah. We have when in Eastern we celebrate it, but also in summer. In summer we all the families get together to the place where you rest. My family goes to the beach, but you can go to the mountain and you enjoy your food with them.
Okay, nice. So I'm gonna try it without it first and then with the eggs, right?
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah?
ስለዚህ አሁን መጀመሪያ የሰራነውን ያለ እንቁላል ቀምሰውና ከዛ ኋላ ደግሞ በመቀጠል ከእንቁላል ጋር ቀምሰዋለሁ ማለት ነው። እንቁላል ጋር ይሻላል ብሎኛል፣ ግን ጣዕሙን ለመሞከር ያህልና ምን ያህል እንደሚጣፍጥ ለማያውቃል ማለት ነው። Okay.
Is it nice?
Okay.
Is it good?
So we're going to leave the meat here. And then I'm going to cook this when I'm at home.
Okay.
I'm joking.
You saw that. It was
But that's
really
how good
easy.
it is, yeah.
It is easy.
በጣም ጣዕሙ ቆንጆ ነው፣ ግን ስናወራም ጉርሻ ስላልኳቸው አሁን ደግሞ ላሳያቸው ማለት ነው። So I told you a little bit about gursha and what it is. So I'll show you exactly what a gursha is. So when people are eating, we eat with our hands. My hands are clean, don't worry. But so you actually have to feed someone in the middle. And so if you give them once, that means you fight. Twice, you create friendship. And in the third bite, you create love. So you never just give one person one bite and let it go.
Okay.
That's our culture.
So you have to give me twice.
I have to give you twice, yes. There you go. Just not once. Three? Okay. There you go. There you go. That's one. I'll make them nice and small.
Okay.
Okay. Two. There you go.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
That's a good one, right? Because you also know it's the last. There you go. And three. There you go.
Amazing.
So there you go. So anytime you guys also eat Ethiopian food, something to remember. እንደምታውቁት የዓለም ማዕድ ፕሮግራማችን ስለ ባህል በምግብ ላይ እያሰዳን ነው የምንሄደው። ስለዚህ በዚህም ደግሞ ባህላችንን እየተማማርን እያሳደግን እኛም ሌላ ሰውን የተማርን ሌላ ሰው ደግሞ እኛን የተማርን ይሄድን ነው ማለት ነው። So you added some eggs.
I did.
You said it was better with eggs?
Better with eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for our viewers though, you did a sunny side up sort of, but that's cooked on both ways. Or is that a choice and a preference?
And we in Spain we don't cook both ways. That's an English thing.
Oh.
And you will never see it in the streets. So it's how we do. But what we really to make it the yellow thing, I don't know how to say it in English.
The yolk, yeah.
The yolk. It is a little bit done just by putting some olive oil in it.
Okay. So normally when you cook eggs, this is how you cook it. You don't actually cook it all the way through. Okay. ስለዚህ በዛ አዲስ ነገር ተማርኩኝ ማለት ነው። እንደሚታያችሁ እንቁላሉ አሁን እኛ ጋር ብዙ ባላቀው የሚባል አይደል ነው። እኛ ጋር ብዙ እንደዚህም አንሰራም። ብዙ ጊዜኛ እናበስለዋለን፣ ግን ብዙ ያልበሰለ ነው። ከላይ ብቻ ዘይት ተደርጎ ከላይ ብቻ ሊሆን ያህል ነው እንጂ ለዛም በእንግሊዘኛ ሰኒ ሳይድ አፕ ነው የሚባለው። ስለዚህ ውስጡ ያለው ቢጫው አለ ማለት ነው። ገና ትንሽ ስብር ብታረጉት ፍስስ እንደሚል አይነት አስቡት። እንደዛ ነው እንቁላል የሚሰራው ማለት ነው። ስፔኖች ሲሰሩት በሙሉ አይጠበስም ማለት ነው። Okay. So I guess I can try it.
Yeah, you should.
Awesome.
Should I?
I give you a good Can you with the eggs? I don't know.
I don't know.
ይኸው ጉርሻ ተናግሬ ደረሰብኝ ማለት ነው። ደግሞ ጉርሻ ወስጃለሁ። Yes, please. Thank you.
Yo le he dicho, dale de comer antes del juego.
አሁን እንቁላሉንና ዳቦና ምናምን የቀላቀሉ ነው። ቆረጥ ቆረጥ አድርጎ በደንብ ፈሰስ እንዲልም ማለት ነው እሱ ላይ።
Should I?
Sure. I brought it upon myself, so I will take it.
Let's see how it goes. La derecha. It's with the right hand, is it?
Yes.
Always with the
Unless
right
you're
hand.
left hand. So
Unless you're left hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go for it. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not used to it.
Oh my god.
Easy. Never once. Never once.
There's a first time for everything.
Okay.
None.
No. The kitchen has some privilege, so we have showers. And now you on the third.
Sure.
What? What's it better with the egg?
Huh?
What's it better with
It's
the
a
egg?
lot better with the egg. The egg is a little more pronounced,
Yeah.
and I like the taste. I like the taste better with the egg.
Okay, let's go for the third one.
Okay.
Let's go. Not easy. Okay.
Oh my god, so sexy.
There you are. Let's go.
አሁን በእንቁላሉ ሞክሬያለሁ ማለት ነው። እኔ ከእንቁላሉ ጋር ሞር ወድጃለሁ። ጣዕሙም የእንቁላሉ ይወጣና ወፈር ያለ ጣዕም አለው እና ከእንቁላሉ ጋር ተደባልቆ ቀምሻለሁ ማለት ነው። What do we call this again?
Miras.
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 There you are.
There you go. ይሄ ሚራስ ይባላል. So thank you so much for cooking this
You're
for me.
welcome.
Is this our only meal, I believe, right?
Okay.
So thank you
you.
so much. የዓለም ማድ ፕሮግራም ተከታታዮቻችን እንደምታዩት ምግቤን ሰርቻለሁ፣ ምግቤን ቀምሻለሁ፣ ተጎራርሰናል። ከዚህ በላይ ምንም የለም። ስለዚህ ለዚህ ፕሮግራም መጨረሻ አመሰግናለሁ እያልኩኝ
España Rumbo al Sur.
¡Viva España!
¡Viva!
¡Viva Etiopía!
¡Viva! Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was lovely. That was amazing.
Was it?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.